Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing mysteries in history, the lost years of Jesus. The Bible gives us a detailed account of his birth and a glimpse of him at age 12 in the temple. Then, suddenly, he reappears around age 30 to begin his public ministry. So, what happened during those 18 years in between? The silence in the canonical Gospels has sparked centuries of speculation, theories, and fascinating stories. Let's start with what we know for sure. The Gospel of Luke tells us that after his visit to the temple at age 12, Jesus returned to Nazareth with Mary and Joseph and was obedient to them, growing in wisdom and stature, and in favor with God and man. This suggests a period of normal, quiet development. Most biblical scholars believe he likely followed in his father Joseph's footsteps, working as a tekton, a Greek word that can mean carpenter, but also a more general craftsman or builder. He would have lived a devout Jewish life in Galilee, studying the Torah, observing religious festivals, and participating in synagogue life. This period, while seemingly ordinary, would have been crucial for his spiritual and intellectual formation, but the lack of detail has opened the door to some incredible theories. One of the most popular is the idea that Jesus traveled east. Some texts, like the life of Saint Issa, best of the sons of men, discovered in the 19th century by a Russian journalist in a Tibetan monastery, claim that a young Jesusaurus traveled to India, Nepal, and Tibet. According to this story, he studied with Hindu and Buddhist masters, learning their philosophies and spiritual practices before returning to Judea. While mainstream historians and theologians largely dismiss this text as a 19th century fabrication, the idea of Jesus journeying along the Silk Road remains a powerful and captivating image for many. Another fascinating theory places Jesus in Britain. This legend is closely tied to Joseph of Arimathea, the wealthy man who provided the tomb for Jesus. Some stories claim that Joseph was a tin merchant who traveled to Cornwall, and that he brought his young nephew, Jesus, with him on these trips. This tale even suggests Jesus helped build the first wattle church at Glastonbury. This idea gained immense popularity in Britain, inspiring the famous hymn Jerusalem, with its line about those feet in ancient time walking on England's mountains green. Like the India theory, there's no concrete historical evidence to back this up, but it's a cherished part of local folklore. There's also the theory that Jesus joined the Essenes, a Jewish mystical sect that lived in monastic communities, like the one at Qumran where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. The Essenes were known for their strict piety, communal living, and focus on ritual purity and apocalyptic prophecies. Some of Jesus' teachings, like his emphasis on righteousness, community, and an impending new age, do share some similarities with Essene beliefs. However, there are also significant differences. Jesus' practice of associating with sinners and tax collectors, for example, directly contradicts the Essenes' strict separatism. So, while he might have been influenced by their ideas, it's unlikely he was a full-fledged member. So, where does that leave us? While the tales of globetrotting adventures are thrilling, the most historically plausible answer is also the simplest. Jesus likely spent those 18 years in Galilee, working, studying, and preparing for his mission in a way that didn't involve dramatic international travel. These silent years weren't empty, they were formative. They were the years he grew from a boy into the man who would change the course of human history. The mystery isn't necessarily about where he was, but about the profound internal journey he was on. What do you think happened during those years? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like and subscribe for more content just like this. See you in the next video.